Shalom Aleichem, sweetest friend. This year should be a special schus for Rabbi Aaron Yosef ben Chaim, for Rabbi Yitzchak ben Bracha, and for Yorachel Eschai Rezel, for Tamar Nesia, Ezer Yisheva Tova, for Noam ben Leah. They should all have bracha, they have slacha, Kol Maaseh Yidayim Yidus V'Shleim Asur Leah. Sarah Rivka Sarah Leah Bas Rivka. For Shlema V'Sof Shar Cholei Yisrael, we're going to be discussing the union of Din Gadlus, B'Shanim, B'Simanim, based on a share given by Egon Rav Ari of Ozer Shlita, Rashid of Itri, Shabbos Kodesh Pashas Toldos, Mir Tavshin Ayin Ches. It says in the Torah, V'Yiglu An Arim, the lads got older, Esav and Yaakov, and Esav Yisha Be'atzai Yisodeh, Yaakov Ishtam Yoshev Oholim. Esav was a hunter, Yaakov was one who sat in the tents. Rashi explains based on the Medrash that when they became 13 years old, this one went to the Batei Midrashos, Yaakov went to this Medrash, and Esav went to Avodah Zarah. And the Medrash added, Amar Belazar, Tzarech Adam L'Tapel V'Beno Ad Gimel Shana, a person has to take care of his son until 13. But from then on, says the Medrash, you can say, Baruch Sheptarani, blessed is God. Or is it Zalvni Me'on Shalzeh, from the owners of this one. The Rush writes in Tshuva, in Siman Tez Zayin, that Allah Moshe Sinai, that from 13 years old, a child is a bar onshin, he is liable for punishment for his behavior, and that's included in the category of shiurim, of amounts that were given to Moshe at Sinai. The Mufarish and the Gemara in Nazir, Chafkes on the Beis, brings a makor that nobody is called an ish in the Torah unless he's 13. You find Shimon and Levi are called ish, and they were 13. Rashi makes the cheshbon in Avos, who is 13 and how. Nevertheless, it's still the Ikar Halacha Moshe Sinai. It's true that we find Ish in the Torah is only 13, but the pasuk is in a smachta, like the Rush says, and the makor is Halacha Moshe Sinai, as the Rush says, and the reasons are merely an asmachta. Al Kopanim, we have Halacha Moshe Sinai, 13 years old, is bar mitzvah. And the question is, why is the Medrash told this matter of godless in years and not in simanim? We know that puberty, having 2 pubic hairs, is a sign of godless as well. It's not enough to have shanim. But why does the Medrash not mention the simanim? So from here would be a raya for the Bir Halacha and Siman Lamed Zayin, Dibar Maskell, the Elchonon, that when a child becomes 13 years old, the father is patur in mitzvahs chinuch, even if it's not known whether or not the child brought simanim, because with regard to chinuch, which is only derabanan, we are samech on the chazaka de Rava, that he did bring 2 Cyrus, and this is not like the 2 Megadim, with Mitzadik, the Das Shulchan Aruch, that as long as it's not known whether or not he brought simanim, the father is chayav b'chinuch to know, even if he is 13 years old. And the Pshat HaMedrash, Mashma, when he got 13, becomes 13 years old, the father doesn't have to be the top of the B'no, he doesn't have to take care of his son anymore, he doesn't have to be mechanech him, even if it's not known if he brought simanim. So when he's 13 years old, it is not necessary to be mechanech him le mitzvahs, because you can be somech and the chazaka de Rav. It's interesting, as a parenthetical point, recently we had a shir about the difference between midos and mitzvahs, that midos as a makor min haTorah, manish yitzavos banavos beisel achor v'sham b'derech Hashem, it's a makor min haTorah, that one should teach one child midos, whereas mitzvahs is only the rabbanon. That was the mahalach of the shir, and the memela would come out according to that, that when a child reaches 13 years old, then the father is pater al tzchazaka de Rava from teaching him mitzvahs, because that's only the rabbanon. The chinuch of the mitzvahs, the chinuch of midas is the alright, so they were not selling on the chazaka de Rava. They would have to keep teaching him midas until he reached age. Possible chiddush. The Bir Halacha learns like the Magen Avram in Reish Chapei Sif Chatn Hey, in the parish of the bracha of Baruch Sheptarani, that the father makes when the child reaches 13 years old, that the father is now pater me'onish chatai b'no. Why? Because now he is no longer mechuyav in mitzvahs chinuch. That's pshat according to Magen Avram Baruch Sheptarani, that the father makes his bracha to say that I'm no longer chayav in mitzvahs chinuch, and that's what the pashas of the Medrash is. That when he's 13 years old, he say Baruch Sheptarani, and you're off the hook, and it says nothing about being bodek simanim, which much we can rely on the fact that the simanim came. This is only the Rabbanim. We can also be medayik, Pshat, Lashon HaMishnah, and others. Then Yud Gimel and Mitzvahs. So what about the simanim? Why are we only tolerated in the Shanim? Should have said then Yud Gimel, the simanim, then the mitzvahs. Only then he's chayiv in mitzvahs. But the Mishnah says just then Yud Gimel and mitzvahs without simanim. So Reb Chaim brought in the Chedusha agrees. Tzmura days on the days shows as a machlokas rishonim the ikar din shanim v'simanim. According to Tosfos, godless is dependent on simanim alone, just until he reaches 13 or a girl reaches 12. These sa'aros are not a siman. We say it's a shuma, that it's not the real thing. It says a nida men vav, not a real siman. Only when he's 13, we're sure that's real pubic hairs. And according to the Rambam, the shanim themselves are considered godless together with simanim. So according to Tosfos, it's only simanim. It's just you need shanim to make sure the simanim are real simanim. And you see the Rambam, it is the years themselves are simanim, and not just that the years show you that the simanim are good simanim, but the years themselves also constitute a sign of godless. And with that, Reb Chaim explained that according to Tosfos, Yevamos Beit Yud Beis and Beis and other Rishonim, after Reb Safra says Banim Hareim Simanim, that is even before the age of 12 for a girl, because the Leida, you cannot say that it's a Shuma. You can't say, oh, she hasn't really reached puberty, she gave birth. No, that is a sign that she has reached Simanim, that is puberty. And therefore, when she gives birth, that makes her a Gedola, even without Shanim. That's according to Tosfos. She's a Gedola even without Shanim, because she has Simanim, because according to Tosfos, all you need is Simanim, and the Shanim, you just need to make sure the Simanim are real Simanim, but if you know you have a real Siman, then you don't need Shanim at all. That's a Rambam. Isha's Perak Beis, Halacha Test. We don't say Banim to Simanim unless the girl was 12 years old when she gave birth. Because according to the Rambam, Ein godless below Shanim. There's no such thing as godless without reaching the age, the necessary age. And if so, even though Banim are Kisimanim, Simanim are not enough to constitute godless, but rather you need 12 years. So you see here the machlokas between the Rambam and Tosfos, and how it plays out in the Gemara. Is she younger than 12 according to Tosfos? Yes. And according to the Rambam, no, only if she's 12. The Grizz explain with this another machlokas between Tosfos and the Rambam. There's a nidam and hay on the days that if you have a mufla samach leish nedarav nivdakim, you check to see if his neder is a good neder a year before the child reaches age, and you check to see if the kid knows what he's saying, who he's making the neder to. So according to Tosfos, what's the gather of mufla samach leish? A year before havah simanim, just to assume that he's going to bring simanim on time because of the chazak of the rab that he brings when he's 13. But it's a year before havah simanim. So 12 for a boy and 11 for a girl. Because the shitasam, all that matters is simanim. Simanim make the godless. So it's a year before havah simanim, but according to the Rambam, Paragat Aleph, Nefesh Nedarim, samach leish is mehiyoso ben yud days. And it doesn't matter when he brings the simanim. From the time the boy is 12 and the girl is 11, that already is considered simanim, because the shitaso, b'chol Torah, shanim are also godless. So obviously, Rambam says you need simanim also, but shanim also, so it's 12. Not a year before havah simanim, it's a year before havah shanim. So, in order to be a gadol, you need to have simanim. But according to the Rambam, when you talk about a mufla hasamach leish, there you don't require simanim at all. All you need is shanim. So it's automatic. Even without coming on to the chazak of the rab. When it comes to nedarim, according to the Rambam, it's automatic. All you need is to be 12 for a boy and 11 for a girl, and your neder is a good neder. All you need is shanim. But according to Tosfos, it's not like that. According to Tosfos, you need simanim, and it's a year before avos simanim, which we assume is going to be at 12 and 13. So therefore, it starts at 11 and 12 nedarim for boys and girls. girls and boys, 11 and 12 respectively. But according to the Rambam, it's all Talei and Shanim, so therefore we're not paying attention when it comes to Nedarim to Simanim. So it's automatic 12 for a boy and 11 for a girl. According to Tosfos, it's Talei and Simanim. So Bishlam, according to the Rambam, we understand the Mishnah in Pirkei Avos, Ben Yud Gimel and Mitzvahs, because the Shanim cause the Chiyuv. It's automatic, 13. And why didn't the Tana mention Simanim also? According to Rambam, he also meant Simanim so. The answer is he's talking about years. So what are the years? 5 the Mikra, 10 the Mishnah, 13 for Mitzvahs, 15 for Talmud. Those are the years. And according to the Rambam, Shanim are a sign of godless. So according to Rambam, the Mishnah is very good. But according to Tosfos, it's shver. How can you not mention Simanim? Simanim are when you're chayiv in mitzvahs. So you have to say that Tosfos will answer that M'china Ma'asik, practically speaking, when he reaches 13, you're samach on chazaka derav and he's chayiv in mitzvahs. But according to the Rambam, the Mishnah works much better because 13, it's ben yud gimel mitzvahs. 13 is really the age. It's really the age that's koveya together with Simanim, but it's really the age that is also koveya when he's chayiv in mitzvahs. According to us, not the age at all. The age just allows us to assume Simanim with the Simanim. And the only reason it says age, according to Tosfos, probably is because then you can be Somech and Chazaka Derav. And then he's already going to be Chayiv in Mitzvahs. So we have to understand, Shitas HaRambam is understood by the Grach and the Griz, what's the Geder HaDavar, and why do we require B'chol HaTorah 2 things for godless, Shanim and Simanim, whereas when it comes to Nedarim, according to the Rambam, Dai b'shanim bilvad, that his neder should be a neder midoraisa, and therefore, according to the Rambam, when he's 11, it's mufla samach le'ish. When he's 12, it's mufla samach le'ish, and when she's 11, it's mufla samach le'ish or le'isha, and therefore a year before they can make a neder because it's totally an age. And then the Rambam writes, Me'az hayos haben ben yud gimel shanim, even though he says, I don't know who I'm making a neder to, even if he doesn't bring 2 Cyrus. So his neder is a neder. His neder is a neder. So according to the Rambam, when it comes to nedarim, we go exclusively by age. The Rambam holds nedarim are exclusively by age. And why? Here it's by age, and everything else is by simanim. Also, so we have to understand the chiluk between nedarim and other areas in the Torah. The Chorah, we can explain the Rambam based on the Mahalach of the Or Sameach, Nedarim, Yud Aleph Dalet. He says as follows, that it says in Nida Mem Heyam Beis, on the Mishnah that says that a 12-year-old girl, her Nedarim are good, and a boy is 13, that's Rebbe. That's the Mishnah, but then the Shimon ben Elazar says, Hipuch HaDvarim, that for a boy it's 12, and for a girl it's 13. They're very close. But Chizda explains the reason of Rebbe, that it's 12 for a girl and 13 for a boy. He says, even Hashem Elokim Esatzela, that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave Bini Yisera B'isha Yasem B'ish. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave more understanding to a woman than to a man, and therefore she is already going to have to, her Nedarim already when she's 12 and not 13. And the reason of Shimon ben Elazar, Shimon bar Yitzchak says, because the boy is in the house of his Rebbe, therefore, Nichnas says, Nechneses Bo Amumis Tchila, he gets this cunning. So therefore, we start earlier for a boy. He's already going to be, his Nedarim are going to be Nedarim already when he's 12, because he goes to base Rabbo, and the Tosfos says even if he doesn't have a Rav, but he comes and he goes, he becomes street smart, and even if he's not, doesn't come and go, but that's the nature. From his father, and his father's father, says the Tosfos Harash, that already at the age of 12, he's a Pikeach, writes the Or Sameach, that I want to tell you what's with my heart. Hineni legalos sharing Luvavi. And in the Gemara it says the reason of Rebbe and Rav Shimon ben Elazar, that the reason of Rebbe is because of the pasuk Vayiven, that girls have a Bini Yisera. Rav Shimon ben Elazar, because Matzah the Beis Sefer, because he's in school, he's with his Rebbe. So this is a big pella for anybody who looks at this, that they're arguing if you become a gadol at 13 or 12, and also for a girl, a boy 13, girl for 12. So which one is it? So called Gufei Atara Tluim Bo, Malchus, Misa, Carbon, Kedushin, Chalitza, Gittin. It's all Talui in this. And you're going to tell me that it's Talui in whether or not he goes to school? Everybody knows that it's Talui in whether or not he's Molid. Sanhedrin Samaches, Katneino Molid. Afterwards, he is Molid. Hannah's not Molida. Afterwards, she is. When she becomes a Gedola, she is. Re and Tosas Parakamid Yavamas he brings. It's known to the Chachmei HaTeva that a girl, the Rov Halechus Sheba, she already is a real Bia before a boy. Therefore, it's 12. So it's Talui in Holada, not in whether or not the person goes to a Beis Sefer. Boy, it will be before the girl, or be the Sefer. It's Talui in Holada. So in order to be Miyashav Yor Samech is a big thing. He says that God knows Kinitz Arti Al. I had a lot of tsar on this, but Divrei Torah Aniyim b'makom zeh b'ashir b'makom acher. Why? Because Rav Chizda explained the Machlokas Binyan Deya Das Upina. These l'shitas and Sanhedrin that Katan is Molid. According to the Shita of Rav Chizda, it's Talui in Das and Bina. We don't hold like that. The Didan we pass in that Katan Eino Molid. Therefore, this whole machlokas in Nida is only in Nedarim. It's explicit that it's talking about Nedarim. The Shabbos is talking about the rest of the Torah also. The Mortzim says no, it's only talking about Nedarim. Shegila kosuv ish ki yipali lindor neder. But if a person knows how to make a neder, is a neder, even samach ish. And therefore, din godless for Nedarim is totally bebinas halev. Rebbe holds that in a keva she is bini yisera, and therefore godless Nedarim is before this is the boy. And also, your bodek her samuch the year before to see if she knows who she's making the neder to. So, by Nedarim, it's totally in Binu. Shemin Elazar holds the hefech. However, in Shar Dinim Shebetar, but he agrees that godless haguf is kovea. We pass in kat meino molid, and you require godless haguf of kana. And we all know that girls, says the Or Sameach, reach puberty before boys. Their bodies develop before boys, and therefore they will come before boys when it comes to godless, like Tana when she's 12, and a cotton when he's 13. That's when they become Gedolim. So we see B'dvarav HaMeirim VeHaMisamchim Shel HaOr Sameach, the lightful and happy words of the Or Sameach are reason Lashitas HaRambam Shebenedarim Dai Begadlus B'Shanim, because what's Koveya is Das and Bina. And that is the Nedarim. There what's Koveya is Das and Bina. Unlike other halachas in the Torah, that the Koveya is godless Haguf, below godless Hadas, and therefore you need Simane Haguf. So we had asked, what Shitas HaRambam? Why Nedarim is Das alone? Because Kol HaTorah Kuli you have to go after whether the person is molded or not, whether they reach puberty or not, whether they're big or not. When it comes to Nedarim, it depends on Das, the local machlokas, if they know they're making the neder to. They don't know. Whereas Rav Chizda holds that this is everywhere. Because he's the shitasa that a cotton is molded, so he holds it's always telling him. So if the Or Sameach is correct, then we can understand a few dvarim stun in the Divrei HaPoskim and the Sman Choshen Mishpat and Simon Zayin explains the opinion brought in the Shulchan Aruch that from 13 years old he can already be a dayan even if he didn't bring 2 Cyrus. She says there you need Simone Gadlus Mashenkein L'dayan, where it doesn't say Ish, you don't need Simone Gadlus, however less than 13. Ein lo shem godless klal, and therefore he's puzzled. But a 13-year-old can be a dayan. Impressive that he already learned Hilchos De'amus by the time he's 13. So the Tumim and other Achorim are mefakbek b'din zeh, and shem piskei tshuva. But that's pshat lashon atur Shulchan Aruch. The Talmud Dover is that by a dayan you require shem godless, even though he's not a gadol b'chol HaTorah, because like the Or Sameach says that when it says ish you need godless haguf. But a dayan, it doesn't require an ish, and therefore all you need is seichel and das, and that's totally in shanim, and not in simanim. Because the Rambam le'inyan nedarim, v'chayotze b'zeh le'inyan edus, Isha ve'erecha b'isurim, that the Beis Meir says in Eben Ezer, Simin Yud Zayin, Sif Yud Gimel, based on Arman Yerodei Aleph Hey, that when the Nar turns 13, he's Ne'eman l'hayir al isurim, and also edus that an ish is allowed to be made on, even though he didn't bring simanim, because you don't need an ish there, all you need is a bardas, and the Mela, the bardas is only 13, and Shalma Yisrael, by then it can already be made. Also in Kinyanim, we find the Shita of Rav Nachshon going, according to Sefer Machriya, Siman Lamed, that Pshat Devar, it appears that a cotton she'egia Yud Gimel, his sale is a good sale, even though he didn't bring two Cyrus. The Rid is Tameya, the author of the Sefer Machriya, Aladino Kekot Mechol Dvarav, but based on what we said, it could be the Yashev, Rav Nachshon, that if we learn that a cotton is shaykh, the Etzem of Teres HaKinyanim, it just lacks Keviras Das, and we've already discussed this in the Chalokas Rashi Tos and Kedushin Yates, if there's issues for cotton, where you don't need das like in Yibum, so is that the Indian in Teres HaKinyanim, that a cotton is the Etzem shaykh, he just lacks Gemiras Das, but if you don't need das, then a cotton is Beseder. So you can say also that when he gets to years, when he turns 13, you can be Mechadish that his sale is a good sale, because he gia L'chlal das shel gadol, and that's enough. So with this Or Sameach, Baruch Hashem, we can be Yashe with few shitos. However, ma na'aseh shedivrei Or Sameach einam olim b'kaneh echad in divrei kol harishonim, that they learn that the pashtus, the machlokas, Rebbe and Rav Shimon ben Elazar is b'chol haTorah yein tosis nida. That try to prove like Rebbe from numerous sugyas. So this whole chiddush of the Or Sameach, that their machlokas is dafka legabe nedarim. It's shver because all the Rishonim don't learn that way. And it wasn't only Rav Chizda who explained that nedarim are taloi b'das, but Rav Shmuel Bar Yitzchak also says that the boy goes to the Beis Sefer. Or Samech's Mahalach was to say that it's Rav Chizda l'shitasa that cotton is molid, and therefore, according to him, it's talui in das. That's hard to say because we have Rav Shmuel Bar Yitzchak who also says that it's talui in das, and we don't find that he holds cotton is molid. Brings us back to our original question: that it should be talui in gadlus haguf. What's the saying of das? And again, to say that this is dafka a Nedarim Dika argument, but not b'chol HaTorah Kula, is the Didan, where we pass in the Katneno Molit, is also shver, because most Rishonim don't hold that way, they hold it talking about Kol HaTorah Kula. Not only that, but we have the famous Chasim Sofer in Yerodei Shin Yud Zayin that Ben Noach, Shalom Nemu Bo Shiurim, like the Rambam says in Hilchos Malachim, Eretz Tes Halacha Yud. So the din gadlus and chiyuv va'onesh is established according to his seichel. If we see that he is dash shlem, he has a din of a gadol, and if not, he has a din of a cotton. And many achronim pass in this chasim sofer the dina, and so learn the Or Sameach himself. So it looks like the Or Sameach retracted. It looks like din gadlus b'chol dinei haTorah is gadlus hadas, and not gadlus haguf. It's dochak to say that for Bnei Noach that they don't have the age of 13, so the din gadlus is only talui and das. With us, we have the age of 13, so it's talui and guf. No. Nirishi is so din gadlus is equal for everybody. As B'Yisrael, we say that you have to have das, and when you get das when you're 13, so they made a standard age. And with cotton, there's no standard age, but it seems that according to everybody, if it's the Chasim Sofer would hold, it's talui in many achronim that it's talui in das. And that's kipshat hasugi v'nida shemikasheres is matzav abina v'apichus to the din of gadlus. But then we have to ask. So, man ishtana dinidarim, that's totally bishanim bilvad, according to the Rambam, and also the age of the dayan, according to the Sma, and also Eidus Isurim, according to the Beis Meir, and also Mechira, according to Rav Nachshon Gon. How are those different than Shar Dinei Torah that are totally in shanim and simanim? And why in these instances is it totally only in das? And das is unser arbit b'siyata b'shmaya, for Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us the koach and the moach for the next year, I hope, and the financial means that we should be able to continue. Every day we daven to Hashem for that, all of us. So hopefully in the next year we will find out the secret of the sugya, and we should be zoche, l'modul anei, l'shmod l'assos. The time is called divrei sound the rest of Hava, and we have to be so thankful to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We were able to learn these beautiful yisodos in the shir. Shalom, shalom, sweetest and most beloved family.